Hello, Congressman. I am
Hi, Eric.
very pleased that I'm very pleased that you're continuing to do these. This is very informative. For many of us, we are becoming increasingly frustrated with our executive branch, particularly with regard to their obfuscation of their real agenda. This whole idea of what you mentioned earlier with the formula, and the solution was just spend more money on the FDA. And the solution to energy is, well, we're forcing a transition to electric cars, like Marie Antoinette. Let them eat electric cars. Without the unseriousness of these people is incredible. They have no idea where electricity comes from to begin with, but I'll leave that go for a side issue. We're just being manipulated into a process by which the left is destroying the middle class. They have no idea the consequences of the decisions that they're making in terms of the real world, but they don't care about what it does to families on the other side. And I read in the Wall Street Journal on Thursday the excellent editorial that was written by, I believe it was Dan Henninger, and the title of it was Joe Biden's Train Wreck Economy. It would seem to me that the Republicans have one whale of an opportunity to consolidate themselves into a message that would have extremely good impact on the American public. But I don't see any kind, you are the exception maybe, but essentially I don't see any solid, consistent presentation as to what can be done about this in the event that the Republicans take the Senate and the House in November. Is it possible that any of this can really change even if we do take the two houses? Or is this going to depend on Biden's munificence or his overthrow? That's a long question. I appreciate your time.
Eric, thanks for the question. And I think I'm going to just summarize what I think the real question is. What are Republicans going to do, and how are they going to do it vis-a-vis fixing the damage being done to the middle class through economic? It's not indifference. It's actually aggressive behavior on the part of the administration. So let's just take that and unpack it for a second. And it goes like this. I've put out an America First plan. And I put it out, and it's a plan. You can go to my website, biggs.house.gov. You can get it. And the first pillar is inflation in the economy, and it's real simple. It's real simple, and I've tried to keep it, like a 30,000-foot view. But when you get to the third page or so of the document, you'll see how I think we can do what needs to be done, even if Joe Biden is the president and you have a House and a Senate that are controlled by Republicans. So what Republicans need to do is Republicans have got to get in there and continually say what we're going to do with regard to energy. And we're going to open up America's energy exploration, development, and extraction again. And what you do is you're going to have to get rid of a lot of those taxes at the federal level that get in the way. You're going to have to get rid of the regulation that gets in the way. We have the cleanest oil and gas in the world. The fact that we are being starved out of our own oil and gas and have to be reliant on the filthy gas that comes from Venezuela or OPEC nations who really don't even want to sell to us, or Russia, is just an outrageous development. We need to go back to be energy independent. If we are energy independent, a lot of things happen. Number one, you immediately drop about 40% of your inflationary pressure. Number two, you also have leverage points against some of the bad folks around the world. And it may be Vladimir Putin, it may be Xi Jinping, but you actually have leverage points. And you are less susceptible to the leverage points that bad guys have against you. So that's the first step. The second thing is, as Mike was talking about, you have to bring your economy or your federal budget under control and reduce the size and scope of the federal government. here's how you do it. Now here's how you do it. That's, by the way, that's my message. I say it everywhere I go, that because that has to happen. But here's how you do it. Joe Biden is going to want must-pass legislation. He's going to want things to happen on his watch. We can either jam him up so nothing happens, or we can incrementally retake and use those leverage points we have to do what I was just saying, the various policies I was just saying. And that includes things like the border as well. And then the third thing that you can do, and that you have to do as a leverage point, is you have to hold this administration accountable for what they've been doing to the American people. And that may mean that you're having hearings. I've already introduced impeachment articles against Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas of the DHS. I think he has violated and has committed high crimes and misdemeanors. You have to hold people accountable. When you hold people accountable, they tend to negotiate with you and give you some of the things that you need. That is where I think our leadership needs to be. They have to be tough and strong and courageous and do that. So, Eric, thank you. I'm sorry, that's kind of a long-winded question you had. You're asking a question that I hear all the time. That's why it took so long. Now we have our first poll question of the evening. And it's number one here is, you're going to press yes. If it's yes, you press 1. If it's no, you press 2. And if you're unsure, you press 3. The question is this: have higher gas prices caused you to change your lifestyle or alter plans you had made previously? I'll repeat that. Have higher gas prices caused you to change your lifestyle or alter plans you had made previously? 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 if you're unsure. And now we're going to go to another question. We're going to go to John in Chandler.